Dear students, how are you? Hope you all are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. You know that this is the time of COVID-19 and all the people of the world are under lockdown. As a result, we are not able to continue our normal works, so our government has decided to continue our classes online. As a part of this, we are trying our best to continue our classes over our own online. Today, I'll discuss Unit-9 Lesson 1 for Class 10. Welcome the students of NSW High School, Mullahat, Bagharhat. So now we can start the passage. The passage is about unconventional jobs. You all know that there are different types of people in our country as well as all over the world, and they do different types of works and they are engaged in different professions. But some people are there in the world who actually don't like to bond work. Here in the passage we'll discuss such type of people. Once the person worked in an office as a clerk and he had to be confined in the office work for most of the office hours, and he couldn't find any happiness there in his profession. So he decided to leave the job and started a nursing. And wanted to start a nursery. I know you will wonder if I say the best thing that ever happened to me was when I left my last job. Here he says about his decision. He decided to leave the job, and as a Bangladeshi, he thinks that the people who hear the news that one person leaves his job, it's astonishing or wonderful to the people. So he also says it. Yes, really. And if there is a confusion, there is wonder, curiosity, actually the news is correct, and he left the job. I was a desk clerk in an office. He used to work as a clerk in an office, and actually he had to do computer works, and he couldn't find so interest in the profession. But believe me, I never liked my job. He says to us that he never finds any happiness and he couldn't like his job. Nothing can be more boring than being stuck in an office. It was disgusting to him that most of the time he had to be confined in his office work and he couldn't find any interest in his job. With computers and telephone. So after 2 years or so, about 2 years of working in that office, I decided to leave my job, though I had a good salary. Though he had a good salary, in that job, but he decided to leave the job because he prefers his mind. Now I am the owner of a nursery, and as I explained before, he started a nursery, and you know that in a nursery we have to work most of the time for taking care of the saplings and the flowers, so our mind can be jolly in a nursing work. Planting seeds, buddings, grafting, taking care of saplings, cleaning the flower beds, and spending time with trees are different parts of my full-time job. As he works in his nursery, there are different parts of the works. The first he quotes here is that planting seeds. Especially at first he has to plant seeds in his garden or nursery, otherwise he will not get anything from the nursery. Then the budding, he has to take care of the flower plants to bloom the flowers. Grafting, that we say that in Bengali column kora, taking care of saplings, cleaning the flower beds, and you know that flower bed is the most important thing of a nursery. So he has to take care of cleaning the flower beds and spending time with trees, and he has to pass his time with the trees or saplings, and different parts of my full-time job. So here can be a question that how he passes time at present. I start to work very early, and the person who is lazy, he can do nothing in this world, you know that. So if you want to do something, you have to be active. You have to avoid laziness. So he is an active person, and he has to rise from his bed early in the morning to start his daily work. In summer, I usually leave home at 5:30 in the morning. He gets up from his bed before 5 o'clock or before 5 a.m. and at 5:30 he has to start his work in the morning. But in winter, not until about 7. And especially in winter, you know that in winter we feel drowsiness, we feel laziness. So he goes out for his work at 7. I have a small hut in my nursery. He has also a hut in his nursery or near the nursery, so that he can take rest when he becomes tired. There can't be any more pleasure for me than when I see the moon from here to walk through the trees in the soft moonlit night. So we see that he is also a nature lover, and you know that nature gives everything to us but demands nothing. So when he sees everything around his nursery, he feels comfortable, he feels gaily or jolly, and his mind becomes full of happiness. His mind especially when it is a moonlit night, when he looks at the moon in the sky, his heart leaps up with joy. So undoubtedly we can say that he is actually a nature lover. The winter is just over. Now there is a common narration of his works, common description of his works, Now the winter just over, so I am cleaning up the winter flower garden. So we know that after winter we have to take a new preparation for planting more trees or seeds. So he is taking the steps to clean up the winter flower garden so that he can plant new saplings in his garden. Now I am busy producing more timber and medicinal plants, which people will buy from July. Every season is so different, and I love them all because he loves all the seasons of our country. And you know that we have 6 seasons in Bangladesh, and he learns seasonary plants. When I compare my present days with the past, I simply can't understand how I could survive in my previous job. This indicates that he is now so happy working in his own nursery, and he compares his past life with it that and his previous life was so disgusting, so dull and boring. Now he feels the happiness. He is fully a happy man. I love nature. I just love working outside in the open air after all those months in a stuffy office. Gadgets never attract me and perhaps never will. So today this is okay for you, and I will continue the class from there tomorrow. Thank you all.